if you have any questions on the test. So I'll be here at 11 o'clock so that you have any questions you can ask me. If you need me at a different time, if you have something planned for tomorrow and you need to do it at a different time, just let me know, okay? Okay. This test, you may use your notes and book. Do not just go on the internet and Google something and stick it in there. Use your notes. Use your book. All the information you need to get 100 is in your notes and in your book. If you don't have your study guide done, just let me know, and you got to get that done. That will be your best thing to use to help you on the test. Any questions? Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes, Matthew.
Will we have our test in class? Or is it due Friday, so we're going to have to do it on our own?
You're going to be doing it on your own. That's why I'll be here at 11 o'clock in case you come up with any questions that you need help with. So okay. if you want to come in and do it at 11 o'clock, I'll just be here with you. If you have any questions, we can do it up together at 11 o'clock. Okay? All right. Nick Marks. Can you unmute your mic a minute? I need to ask you something. Just unmute your mic a minute. Yes. I had some trouble with, I can't, oh, there you are. I had some trouble with your sister today. She was trying to unsubmit her test so that she could write on it and change an answer. She couldn't, she said she couldn't write on it. Could you take a look at that and see? I never have done that, so I don't know how to advise her on how to do it. Don't you unsubmit and then you can just write on a test? Isn't that the way?
Yes, let me show you.
Okay. Yeah, show me. Then I can maybe help her better. You'll have to. Well, that's a study guide.
I know.
Oh, you can do it on that too? Okay, you can do it on anything.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Go to that Canada Physical Features test. I mean, that's already graded. Can you still do it?
I resubmit it. Now, if I submit it, if I turn it in right now, okay. Turning it in. Okay. Submit.
So you have to hit the resubmit button, then the unsubmit button.
No, you're supposed to press unsubmit.
Okay.
Can you read that? And then you can do whatever.
Well, I don't know what she was doing wrong, but if you have a chance, could you look at it and I mean, I took care of it. I took the answers and wrote them down, but see what she was doing wrong that she couldn't write on hers.
Okay.
Maybe it was just delayed. Sometimes your internet's delayed.
What?
Okay. Whoa, that's weird. Okay. Okay. So, wait, now I lost my test. Now, where's my? I have to find my test. I just lost it. Okay, I would recommend that you open up your study guides and we'll do a quick review for the test, which That's not it. Great. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's look. Let's start with if you're looking at your study guides. Let's start with the one that
I'm back.
says
I'm back.
History of Canada Study Guide 1, Lesson 2, page 120, 172 to 173. Some of the questions I might ask you on there is, where did the people come from that were the first people to live in Canada on the lands of in North America in the area that is now Canada? Where did they come from? Where did they originally come from? Cedric, put your camera on, please. And Cassie, put your camera on. You can unmute your mics. Nicholas Willoughby, where did the people come? Where did the people come from, Nicholas Willoughby? I think Nicholas is. Oh, there he is. He's not frozen.
So the people from Canada.
You get picked out again.
Oh, gosh. Can someone else answer that question? No? We're in deep trouble.
Again? Again? He doesn't want to join, Cedric? Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, we don't need any chats with Cedric.
I have
Okay, go ahead. Who has the answer? Go ahead, Matthew.
Across Asia to Canada.
Absolutely. Yep, and they came into Canada, and that was a long, long time ago, but that's where they came in at. I see you, Nicholas. The fur trade was pretty important to Canada. And what happened because of the fur trade? What are some of the things that happened? Go ahead, Cassie.
Well, the Native Americans actually get a disease or get diseases from the Europeans.
That's, yeah, one of the bad things that happened because you had so many Europeans coming over. That's true. Anything else?
Well, do you want me to say more, or
Sure, if you want to.
well, another thing that happened was that the Native Americans got more stuff and more materials that they could use, which was good.
Okay. The second part of your study guide, which is pages 173 to 175, that's separate, so you should have that in a I would look over that too to study for the test. One of the things we know that when the French were there settling, they called the place New France. What caused them to where was the area that they called New France? Like, what part of Canada was that? Was it in the north, south, east, or west? Serena, what do you think?
What was the question again? I couldn't hear.
The question is New France. Where would I go in Canada to find the area that they called New France? Nicholas, your camera's off.
In the Eastern Canada.
Eastern Canada, absolutely. So the main thing that encourage the European traders to come to Canada, what they really wanted was the fur trade. Animal furs were big. They got a lot of money for them. There were other natural resources, of course. There's timber, there was gold and silver, but the main thing was the fur trade that really brought in a lot of Europeans. And there was a lot of competition between the British and the French because of this. The British, let me see. What question do I want to ask here? We know that there was the 7-Year War in Canada. Does anybody remember anything about the 7-Year War?
It was the British against the French. The British and the French were fighting over who owned it. The British eventually won, but there were still French-speaking people in Canada. That's partially why they have 2 languages.
Exactly. The victory was for the British, but they did allow the French to keep some of their traditions. And as he said, we know that there was 2 languages. The government has 2 official languages. What are the 2 languages, official languages, Cedric? What are the 2 official languages in Canada, Cedric? Cedric, unmute your mic. Cedric, hello. I see you looking.
Oh, sorry.
What are the 2 official languages that you can find in Canada? What's the government's 2 official languages?
Remember.
Well, think about what Nathan just said about the war. Who was the war between? The 7-Year War. That's going to be a question on the test. You need to know about the 7-Year War. Serena?
The 7-Year War is
Well, we already talked about that. The question that needs to be answered is, what are the 2 languages
French
that are
and English.
French and English? That's important to know. What? Because the British took over and they still allowed people to have their freedom, their religious freedom, and they allowed the French laws to stay in place. They passed a special act to do this. Does anybody know what the name of that act was? This act was really a compromise between the British and the French after the war. Oh, Nicholas Marks, that was a big yawn. You must have got up early this morning. I saw your tonsils. You guys better study your study guides. Matthew, go ahead.
The Quebec Act.
The Quebec Act. That was a compromise between the French and the British, even though the British won the war, where they allowed the British to have their some of their rules. Nathan, you look like you want to say something. No? Okay.
No, I'm just ready to answer.
You're writing the answers?
No, I'm ready to answer.
Oh, you're ready to answer. I was going to say, that's pretty smart if you're marking your study guide and saying, oh, she asked this question. Who is the main political leader of Canada? What do you call the person who's in the top leader in legislation and policies? Cedric, who's the main guy in Canada? We don't call him president. What do we call him? Cedric, unmute your mic. Cedric, unmute your mic, buddy. Cedric. All right, he just went out. Go ahead, Serena.
Prime Minister?
Nick said Prime Minister, yes.
Oh,
What about the
M? Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it is. Is my voice a little funny today? Because we've had
It's skipping.
It sounds normal
yeah,
to me.
it is.
To me,
Oh, that's good. Some kids have been saying that it's kind of weird today, not quite normal. So then, what's the job of the Queen? We know the Queen is part of the Canadian government. What is her? What does she do? Isn't she head of the government?
she's basically like a stand around kind of thing. She's not. She doesn't really have more rights over Canada.
My Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is super
Okay,
bad.
I see your back, Cedric. Okay.
Huh?
What is?
What? Wait, did you say something? Yeah, I did say something. No, I was talking to Mrs. Wetzel.
No, I just said I see your back, Cedric.
Okay.
Okay. What is the type of government that they have in Canada? What? Before you answer that, does anybody know the type of government we have in the United States?
That
What is the type of government we have in the United States, Nick?
Me, Nick, or Nicholas?
You, Nick.
Democracy.
Yeah, a democratic republic is the official name of it. But yes, it is a democracy. You're right. So now my question, Cassie, is what is the type of government they have in Canada?
they have a constitutional monarchy.
A constitutional monarchy. You're right about that. Good job. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's see. We did this one. Did that one. I had a lot of trouble with this, and maybe you can help me out. In our books, they said the Northwest Passage was 3,000 miles long. When you Google it and you're doing research on it, it says 900 miles long. I don't know how that could be so different, and I don't know if it's because I don't know.
I make that mistake too, and make sure to look up Northwestern because I accidentally looked up the Northern Passage. So
it has to be the Northwest Passage.
they're two. I guess they're two different things.
Let's see. I was looking at the map and everything, though. I can't explain that. I'm looking at the passage and it looks more than 900 miles, but they are actually now, I was looking for a video, but they were kind of boring. There's not much to see out there on the Northwest Passage, but they're actually taking cruise ships through there now because there's less ice. In the beginning, it was terrible to get through there because there was so much ice. You had to actually have a boat that could break through the ice as you were going. And there was only certain times of the year you could actually do that. But now with less ice, with the global warming, they are actually taking even cruise ships through there. You have to go to work? Yeah. Okay. See you later. That's Mr. Wetzel. He's heading to work. Okay, so
I'm pretty sure they call it the North. They say it's about 900 miles. I don't think they're counting all the other parts. I have the map right here.
and you can see they go in different directions. Like when it's colder and it's icy, they might go around a different way.
Exactly. So that's why they're saying directly, not
It would be 900.
ways they would take.
Another interesting thing, if you're into the politics of it, there's some interesting videos out there on the United States saying that they want to control the Northwest Passage, and they think they should control it. There's some pretty heated discussions when the different countries get together and talk about it. There's some interesting discussions on that. God bless you. You're showing us.
What?
Yeah, I was looking these up too. I just don't know why our book says 3,000 miles.
This is
And if you look at our book, and if you look at the map scale, 800 miles is about as wide as your finger. So there's at least, if I look at my book and I look at the map scale, my finger is about 800 miles.
well, Mrs. Wetzel.
You go through there, it's 3,000 miles.
This shows. This is the 900 miles part. Okay, but then this is the current route they're taking right now. Right here, that's the route they would be taking because this is 2,000 miles long. This is 900 miles long.
The
These
red
are two
part.
different routes. They're
Where the
showing
red part is.
the current route they are taking is 2,000 miles. The
Okay.
old route is 900. So the old route would be known as the passage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Stop doing that.
Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much all we need to do today. I just wanted to review for that. We're going to start. I will have that up in your classroom. I could probably put it up for you for this afternoon. It is really your assignment for Friday, but it's up to you when you do it. I will be here for you at this time, 11 o'clock. If you have any questions on the test and you need help, just come in at 11 o'clock. If that's convenient for you, you can email me and I'll do a private time with you if you need any help on the test. Okay?
Okay.
If you need to work on your study guide, you may stay on now and we'll try and get that done now.
Okay,
if
thank you.
Okay. So tomorrow you're to take the test. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll get
Yeah.
it up on your thing.
Bye.
Okay. Mexico. Hey, keep in mind, think about Mexico and let's do a project, and do something a little more exciting. Maybe we could break up Mexico, different things, like each of you could do a different aspect of and present some Google slides. So keep that in mind. Monday we'll talk about it and see if we come up with some ideas.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Alrighty. See ya. Have a good weekend, guys.
Okay, bye.